Hi, I'm Jennifer from the Worcester branch of the Wayne County Public Library. Today, I'd like to share with you the February selection for the Fantasy Fiction Fanatics Book Club, The Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. Written 30 years ago, this book depicts an America ravaged by global climate change, economic crises, and social chaos. Teenager Lauren Olamina lives inside a gated community with her preacher father, her stepmother, brothers, and a handful of neighbors who have banded together for security and shelter. The world outside is a dangerous one, especially to Lauren, who lives with a hypersensitivity to the emotional and physical wounds of others. Lauren observes the increasing tensions within her community and outside, from water shortages and expensive groceries to increased drug trafficking, arson, and gun violence. While others in her community seem to ignore the growing problems, Lauren draws on her understanding of faith and her love of words to begin writing down verses that outline a new vision of God as change. As she prepares for upheaval and the need to find a new place to nurture this new faith, her world explodes into chaos and sends her out on the road. Having lost almost everything, Lauren must seek the destiny she has outlined in her journal and find the people who will help her create a new path forward. While this dystopian story might fall more under the category of science fiction than fantasy, it's a fascinating read 30 years after its initial publication, and as we come closer to the future in which the book was set. In an interview, Butler explicitly stated that the idea behind the book was to look at the problems of society in the late 1890s and early 1990s and to consider how our future might develop if we failed to address those problems. It's unnerving to see the ways in which our current reality is similar to the story, and the book certainly offers us a great deal to consider about how we want to live in a world like ours. Lauren is a challenging character. While she experiences hyperempathy, her voice in the book registers as neutral and considerably older than her actual age would suggest. She has a very practical approach to life and an almost ruthless understanding of what will be necessary to her survival outside the gates of her community. And while the reader can sympathize with the other characters who aren't sure how to react to Lauren, we can also see how her kindness and belief eventually draw more people into her orbit. Because the book depicts a society gone wild, there are many difficult topics discussed. Please be aware of content warnings for animal killing, cannibalism, drug use, gang violence, incest, murder, mutilation, pedophilia, racism, rape, sexism, torture, and violence. The Fantasy Fiction Fanatics Book Club meets the first Wednesday of every month on Zoom, and we will discuss The Parable of the Sower on Wednesday, February 1st at 7 p.m. You can register for the program on the library's events calendar or Facebook page. The book is available through CleveNet, and you can also find the e-book and e-audiobook on both Overdrive and Hoopla. Happy reading!